Every year, the SPCA takes in thousands of dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies, each with its own story of survival, and all hoping for its very own happy ending. Unfortunately for many, their stories share an even darker past, taking a tragic turn early in life.
I received a phone call from my lieutenant at about 9 p.m. in reference to 2 puppies that were being kept in the bed of a pickup truck that had been there for approximately 2 weeks.
This is Koda's story. Kept in conditions described by authorities as inhumane, Koda and his sister would spend long days and nights locked in a container in the back of a pickup truck with only puncture holes for air.
One particular night during a very bad storm, so they were whining and yelping a lot, and she went over there and they were in the container and it was almost completely full of water, and they were both on the verge of drowning when she took them out and dumped all the water out before putting them back.
Food and water were scarce, and they were forced to live in their own feces. Luckily, neighbors reacted to the horrific situation and notified authorities immediately.
After going inside and locating the owner, I asked him about the second puppy that had allegedly been there. He said she had died at work that day when he took her to work, was keeping her in the bed of the pickup truck. They were both tied up with leashes, and she jumped over the side and hung herself before anyone could get there, and he had disposed of the body in a nearby dumpster.
So the object of this...
Koda, on the other hand, got a second chance.
McKenna is good. He's very affectionate.
And also very soft.
Yes.
Meet Peggy Law, Director for Service Dogs of Virginia. Her duty is to find exceptional dogs, train them, and place them with Virginians with special needs.
We got a phone call from Suzanne Kogut at the SPCA, and she thought that Koda was very, very special. She saw something really special in him and thought, gee, he might possibly be a good candidate for service dogs.
Dogs that are chosen for this admirable service are part of a special breed and must exhibit excellent health and temperament. Koda met all of the above.
He was very calm, but attentive at the same time. He loved to interact with people. He was just very engaging, but in a very quiet sort of way.
Peggy feels Koda's success is not only because of his good nature, but also because of the efforts and patience of his new foster parents, Wesley and Joanna Craig.
Koda has done a beautiful job, but I have to say really Wes and Joe have done a beautiful job with him. He loves his training, he loves to learn, but he's young and he's full of beans sometimes, and they have done a beautiful job in trying to direct his energy.
Wes and Joe began fostering Koda while trying to raise their daughter Zara, a responsibility they were willing to take on, but not without a few reservations.
Our first impulse was, oh my God, we just can't handle this. This is crazy. You know, we have a 3 or 4 month old puppy and a 2-year-old toddler.
What were we thinking?
What were we thinking?
Although the decision for Wes and Joe to take on such a large task seemed harrowing at first, Peggy believes that Koda's current learning environment is what will make him highly successful as a Virginia service dog.
Wes and Joe have done a great job working with their toddler and with Koda, and so he's developed a remarkable tolerance for children and a very nice way of being around them. And because of that, and he responds to a child's direction very easily, he might make a very good autism service dog. We're also looking at possibly having Koda be placed as a balanced dog, and that would be because of his size.
But whatever is called to duty, it is certain that Koda's future will be spent with someone who will depend on him for basic care and support. And that's 2 things that were denied him at a very young age.
I think he was rescued at just the right time, and he's just a lovely dog.
So it goes without saying that Koda's story not only has an ironic ending, but a happy one as well.